Hey my beauties, welcome back, and if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about some palettes for the summertime. I did go through my whole entire collection and I picked out 10 palettes that I felt like that screamed summer to me. So I am wearing one of them on my eyes at the moment. I will tell you guys which one that I'm wearing, but yeah, all of these palettes that I picked out are colorful except for one. I had to keep my neutral girls in mind, but yeah, everything else is pretty much colorful. So I'm going to be talking about top 10 palettes for the summertime that I picked out. Before we get started with today's video, I do want to let you guys know that today's video is in collaboration with Heather Alston. You guys, if you guys are not following Heather, like, what are you doing? I love watching her channel. I watch all of her videos. If you're looking for another makeup channel to watch, definitely head over to Heather's channel. She talks about a lot of new makeup releases. She tries a lot of different makeup. She tries indie brands. I also have a video here on my channel trying out her palette with Adept Cosmetics, so I will leave that link down below in case you guys want to watch that video. But yes, definitely go head over to Heather's channel and see what top 10 palettes she picked for the summertime. I can't wait to see what palettes she picked. I know she got something colorful, I already know, so I can't wait to see what she picks. And make sure you guys let her know that I sent you guys over there. And if you are from Heather's channel, hey girl, hey, make sure you guys subscribe before you leave, and make sure you guys subscribe over to Heather's channel. So without further ado, let's get started in today's video. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with the smaller palettes first. So the first palette that I want to mention is the e.l.f. Bite Size palette. This is in Hot Jalapeno, and I think I have a video on this palette, and these greens in here are beautiful. But they're smaller palettes, their 4-pan palettes are really nice. But I picked out this green one because I feel like green is a really nice color in the summertime. It's a nice pop of color, and you do have this like nice greeny yellow gold in here. Really pretty, and the mattes in here work really well. So yeah, I definitely wanted to mention this palette. Okay, so you know this won't be a palette video without me mentioning Nicka K. I love me some Nicka K makeup, so I went ahead and I pulled out the Oh Honey palette. A yellow eyeshadow in the summertime is a essential. It's a must-have. You need to have some sort of yellow in your collection. It just looks so good on the skin. And I know some brands like are afraid. I feel like some brands be afraid to make a honey palette. Like, girl, give me yellow. Like, I want yellow, you know. Now this palette doesn't have a lot of matte yellow shades in here, but the shimmers kind of make up for that. I love this second row right here, and I love this brown right here. It's like a honeycomb kind of brown, but this palette is gorgeous. Anything that I have a look on, I will try to remember to leave it linked down below, but I do have a Nicka K playlist on my channel, so you should be able to check it out. But girlfriend, just scroll down, you will see you will see this palette. But yes, definitely having a yellow palette is definitely a must-have. And this palette is like, what, $3, $2 or $3 depending on where you go, and you can purchase it on their website. The third palette that I mentioned, the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Bubblegum palette, and this is the blue palette. Now this is like a straight up monochromatic blue palette, and I just feel like a pop of blue in the summertime is everything. You can do like a nude eye and put like a pop of blue underneath your waterline or in the inner corner. Like, come on now, like, you just need a pop of blue. So I wanted to mention this palette because I felt like maybe majority of you all have this palette, but it's so pretty. I like this blue palette because you get different variations of blue in here. You get like a dark blue, then you get a light blue, just depending on how you feeling for the day. But I have worn this palette plenty of times, and every time I wore this palette, the look came out so good. So yeah, if you have this palette, definitely play with it. You know, put a pop of blue on your eyes. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. The fourth palette that I want to mention, this is from Juvia's place. This is the Zulu palette, and this is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And I only have 2 eyeshadows on my eyes at the moment. And y'all, I had to mention this palette. This palette is for my girls that want to start playing in color, but you're scared and you get overwhelmed by big colorful palettes, and I totally understand you don't know where to start. But by this palette being like a 9-pan palette, it's not that many options, it's just enough. And like I said, I only use 2 shades, and you see the look that I came up with, you know. What I like about this palette is I feel like a lot of colorful palettes don't have like a brown, like a transition color in it, because I just feel like some people don't want to start off their crease with a colorful shade like I did. I just have this purple shade in my crease, and then I put this color on my lid. I like this palette because it has this brown in here, and then it has this nice orange, and you kind of mix the 2 shades if you need to. And then it has this pop of like golden yellow shade in here. But definitely I do recommend this palette because it's not too overwhelming when it comes to like trying out colors, like trying to step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place is definitely a must-have to just whip out for the summertime. This is the 5th palette that I want to mention, and this is the Warrior palette. Now, who don't want to look like a bronze goddess in the summer? You need a bronzy palette in the summertime, and no other than the Juvia's Place palette. Yes, I just feel like this is everything. You can use this as a face palette, you can use this on your eyes. I will use this as a lip liner. This shade up here, I love using eyeshadow as a lip liner. If you want that bronzy, like glowy kind of look, this palette is a nice palette. Once again, it's not overwhelming. You have just enough shades, and I like the golds and the bronzy shades in here. It just gold and bronzy shades go with anything all year round. So definitely, if you want to get your bronze on, definitely whip out that palette. 6th palette that I want to mention is actually a neutral palette. I told you I had something for my neutral girls, and this is the Rebellious Nudes palette from Raine. And I think I have a video on this palette. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning a, you know, regular like warm soft glam neutral palette is because not everybody wants to wear a bold eye. And this is where pop of color comes in again. Sometimes you want to wear like an all matte eye, and once again, do that pop of color underneath your waterline in your inner tear duct. If you're someone that wants to play it safe on your lids and just have like that nice neutral matte look, this is a really nice palette. The reason why I mentioned this palette, I have a lot of neutral palettes, but the reason why I mentioned this one is because if you want to be a little fancy, this shimmer up here is beautiful. It's really beautiful, like a yellowish green type of color. You see that? So that's a little pop, you know, that's a little pop on your lids. You might be that type of girl that likes a neutral eye and a bold statement lip. Like some people like greens and blues and reds on their lips in the summertime, which is totally popular. So definitely you need a neutral palette. Like, I don't care like what you say, you need a neutral palette in the summertime, because anybody got time all the time to be like doing crazy colorful looks. So sometimes you just need something to throw on your lid and like a nice pop of color on your lips, like a little, like a pink or something, you know. So these last 4 palettes that I want to mention, I want to get some use out of them. They're still fairly new to me, and I just felt like these palettes scream summer. So the first palette I have right here is from Kara Beauty, and this is their Beach Daze palette. I did pick mine up from Marshalls, I believe, Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but like the packaging alone just made me want to pick it for this video. But the colors in here are beautiful. Look at that. And I will swatch a few. I'm sorry, I haven't been swatching anything, but I didn't want the video to be too long. But the colors in here are really, really nice. Those are their matte shades. Like, they swatch really well, but I do need to try them on my eyes, because swatching and trying them on your eyes can be a tad bit different. But y'all, look how colorful that palette is. And once again, this is not an overwhelming colorful palette. Really nice. The pan sizes are not big. You get a nice variety of colors in here. Once again, pop of color, and it does have like 3 pressed glitters in here, but I don't mind that. So I'm definitely gonna be putting this in my shop, my stash, because it just screams summer. So the next palette I definitely want to try is from a brand called Magic Collection, and this is their hashtag tropical palette. And I picked this up from my local beauty supply store, and you can purchase this on their website. But look at these colors, you guys, so pretty. And this palette I want to say it's like under $5. I will swatch it for you guys because I want y'all to see the swatches. A few swatches from that palette. I feel like for a few dollars, I feel like I can get the job done with this palette. It's so pretty. It's a different, like the color story is different. Yeah, so I can definitely get some use out of it. This is the Kara Beauty From Miami to Bahamas palette. I did purchase this from the beauty supply store as well. Now this is part of their new Pro palette. I love purchasing Kara Beauty palettes. This one is the Pro 20 palette. This palette was on sale on salesbeauty.com, so I went ahead and picked it up. But it's so beautiful inside. I love green eyeshadow, so I'm definitely going to get some use out of it. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. And then the packaging, I love their simple minimalistic packaging. Like the green is everything. And then the last palette, which is number 10, I went ahead and pulled out the Culture palette from Juvias place. Now this is fairly new to me, and I have a look that I want to do with this palette, and I will be doing it soon, and I can't wait to do it. This will be my first time doing this kind of look. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you notice, each row is color coordinated. Like purples, you got your blues, you got like your neutral shades like your orange and your nudes, you got your pinks, your greens, and you got some more orangey shades or whatever. I love blue eyeshadow, you guys. Like I always swatch blue, but those are a few shades. If you guys want a look on this look, let me know, because I just did it really quick and I like the way it turned out. I seriously only used 2 eyeshadows in the Zulu palette. Like that's it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you guys go head over to Heather's channel. If you guys are new here, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you guys comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.